So I'm back out with Nellie today. I want to take advantage of this breeze, little bit of cooler weather. We've been working so far, we've been working on the heel work with figure of eight. She used figure of eight. I know some trainers, they don't like the figure of eight. They think it's a cop out. It's not a cop out. I like the head collars. It's not a cop out at all. Anybody that challenges that, I will challenge that back. I like the figure of eights because it takes away any pressure on their neck. It takes away any form of pressure on their neck. And if a dog pulls, yes, you've got to work with them, but easiest way is just to get figure of eight, nurture the heel rather than try and train the heel. Got no problems with that. So we've been working with that. Also been working with the long line, getting her to follow me, getting her to focus in on me. She's still running ahead slightly. She is still 6 months, don't forget. She's only a youngster. We're working on keeping her close, keeping her with us, keeping her following us. She's a very strong-minded dog. She's very, very strong-minded. She's very, very headstrong, which is great, but it's not the easiest. She's not the easiest dog to keep focus because she keeps losing focus and wanting to get in here and wanting to be hunting. So she's not the easiest dog to work with. So we've been using rewards for treats. Also with the retrieves, getting her used to just going out there and retrieving. She's doing really good with that. She's not a natural retriever. She doesn't naturally retrieve. She does about 3 or 4 and then she gets bored, which is fine. I've got no problems with that. It's just building that up because that's going to be her primary job. So I need to make sure that she understands this is your primary job. This is what I want you to do. So we're doing that again today, just this morning. We're only going to be down here for an hour and a half. So nice bit of shade. Going to be working up and down this bit, just keeping her close on the long line, keeping her working with me. So I'm using the long line with Nell because it helps to keep her close, keeps her safe, because she will run if she has an opportunity. Not so much now, she's not running off so much, but she is still hunting ahead of me. So I want to really get on top of that. So this just kind of helps. It's quite heavy, stops her running full pelt, so it's quite heavy. So it's connected to her, she hasn't got a collar on, so it's connected actually to her slip lead and the handle. So I've got this extra bit on the top, so it's connected to her slip lead. So when I'm kind of standing on it, I have to be really careful with the pressure I put on because it's obviously on the slip, not a collar. So I'm going to get her out. I'm going to start focusing her in. I'm going to give her a little bit of freedom to start off with, and then we'll go from there. So I give her a little bit of freedom to start off with. Need to give her a little bit of freedom. Now she's on 210.5 whistle. And she's pretty good at this. This is something the owners created. So she's pretty good at this. I didn't do this. This was already there. So what I'm working on is just keeping her close to me. Hey, see, this is what I mean by her being very, very strong-minded. She makes choices based on what she wants to do, which is fine. I get that because she's young. She wants to investigate. She wants to get in here and get in there and put her nose down. She's a tracker. She likes tracking. She likes getting her nose down. So now I can either correct this and get her looking up at me, or I can just give her a moment. Just give her 2 seconds, just a quick moment, and see whether she actually kind of re-engages with me. I want to wait and see whether she re-engages with me. I'm not going to allow her to go any further away from me than the long line, so I control the distance that she can go. I want to see whether she just re-engages with me. And there, she's re-engaged. She's come back. She's re-engaged with me. She's not very good with a sit stay. She won't hang around for too long. So I just need to make sure. I need to make sure that I start building on this sit stay. So I need to start really building on her patience, which she hasn't got a lot of. It's quite pushy. Every time she moves, I just blow the whistle. Here, here. So again, here, I could walk up. I could do the old school, pick her up, bring her back. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Won't do that because it's not necessary. I don't need to do that. I've got to wait for her to re-engage with me. So she's got her nose down right now. You probably can't see her in the camera. She's got her nose down now. She's not engaging with the whistle. Now she's engaged. And then I get her back to a sit. I'll reward that because she re-engaged with me. So like I said, I want to really work on this sit stay, this patience, and start to teach her that jumping up at me, doing all this, is irrelevant. Now I could turn around and tell her off and correct her for this, but what's the point? It makes no difference to her whether I say no or down or off or whatever I say. It makes absolutely zero impact on her. There's no point. She's too strong for that. She couldn't give two hoots what I say because she'll continue to do it. So she's now got to make up her own mind of when do I get the treat? Will I get the food? Will I get that interaction with you? You won't, but I've got to say to her, you won't get it by doing that. You'll get it by doing that. Yeah. That's when I'll reward it just there. She made the decision. Okay, she pushed me. She went for a jump. Not a problem. Now she's sat. See it? She's sat. She sat on her own. Didn't wander off. Just sat. Just waited. And then I'll reward that. Again, comes down to preference. Some trainers, especially in the gun dog world, will say don't use food. Food just encourages prey drive. Food just encourages excitement. And I get that, it does. At the end of the day, you've got a high prey drive dog. You're not going to use food because it encourages, you're basically teaching the dog in prey drive. And you're encouraging more prey drive by using food. However, when you are rewarding and trying to create a new behavior, you have to have something that reinforces that behavior. But you have to then pick and choose. What works for one dog may not work for another. I could use a dummy, I could use a retrieve to reinforce the behavior. But as she's not that really clued up with the retrieves yet, that's an irrelevant kind of thing, isn't it? Because it's not going to work. All I'm going to encourage is more excitement. So, which is why I then am using the food. What I'm doing here is I'm just wandering around and she's making decisions to either wander off, do her own thing, or stick with me because I'm reinforcing it. So I've got something that she wants, but she has to give me the correct behavior at that point before she gets it. No jumping, no jumping into me, all that. I don't want that. I'm not looking for that. And she won't get anything for that. Whether it be positive or negative, she won't get anything from me for that behavior. So I'm waiting for her to give me that behavior, this behavior. That's the behavior I want from her. As I wandered down, as I walked down, she kind of followed me. But as I stopped and turned back round, she kind of carried on a little bit until she realised, actually, if I follow you, there might be something in it for me. And this is what I want from her. But unfortunately, this wasn't, I would say unfortunately, it just wasn't done at the early stages. This should have been done from early stage puppy. If it was done from early stage puppy, this dog would already be following. This dog would already be following her owner. So, like I said, she's only 6 months, so it's not detrimental. However, it just makes it a little bit harder when she's had a little bit too much free rein at that early stage. So this is what I'm doing at the moment. This is what I'm practicing. This is all I need to practice with her. And then once I've done about an hour of this, I'm going to do a few retrieves, and then that's going to be it for her. That's the behavior I want right there. When she wanders off, she sits down, she looks at me and goes, "What's in it for me? I'm giving you this behavior, you reinforce it, you give me something for it." This should become natural for her. This should become muscle memory for her to follow me, to just be with me. And then over time, we start reducing food, we start reducing the food down, we start reducing the treats down, and then everything just becomes natural. And that's, to me, is the follower game. This is how it should be.